Hey guys, Hecon's here with episode 10 of my 0 to 1 million gold challenge. In the last episode, we ended with 553,000 liquid. We've gotten to the point where we can use our capital to invest in flips and forego farming. Farming is by far my least favorite way to make gold, and as the Gold Queen said on Twitter, it's for peons and subcontractors. With my capital now, I can spend a few minutes on the auction house whenever I find the time, assess various markets, make investments, then relist my own auctions to hopefully turn a profit. This is by far the easiest way to make gold, rather than spending hours farming or doing something else. In today's video, we're going to start out by looking at some flips from the past weekend. We're starting today's video with 407.5k. That's 150k less than what we had at the end of episode 9. However, I do have a nice big mailbox. 197.6k sales. A lot of really nice flips. And you can see that the bulk of my sales are from selling rich jelly and thin jelly, which I invested in on Thursday. And I did manage to sell most of that over the weekend. I do have a couple left in my bags and a couple on the auction house as well, but made some really nice profit with that. So talk a little bit about those flips. If we take a look at my tooltip for the thin jelly, you can see that I purchased 1,400 for an average price of around 65 gold, which works out to around a 91k investment. For the rich jelly, it was 238 purchased at 162.82 gold average price, which works out to around 38.7k. Ended up spending around 130k total between the two jellies, and then managed to sell it for, there's around 158k right now from the sales of the jellies in my mailbox, so roughly like a 28k profit, which works out to around 21% return on investment. Definitely wanted a lot more. However, the prices on these are quite volatile, and yeah, I only managed to get around 10 gold profit for the thin jellies. Did a lot better with the rich jellies. I did spend on average 162 gold per rich jelly, and you can see I managed to sell each one for around 228 after the auction house cut. That works out to around like a 60 gold profit on 162 gold cost basis, so nice 40% return on investment on those, and I'm quite happy about that. If we take a look at the auction house and run a scan, we can see what the prices of the jelly are like now. It is Sunday, actually technically Monday, 12:24 a.m., so a little bit after midnight. So the end of the weekend for most of NA. And you can see the auction house did get bought out of the thin jelly. There's only one seller selling them for 275 each, so really high. You can get just the rich jelly, and it has a 4-to-1 conversion to the thin jelly. So I think most people are just going to buy the rich jelly and royal jelly if they're after the mount or rep or anything. You can see that I do have 5 rich jellies still in the auction house. 240 gold each. Cheapest auction being a stack of 48 at 230. My average purchase price was 162, so these are still relatively high as well. And then the royal jellies always seem to be quite expensive, so I didn't bother to invest in these on Thursday, but I do try and keep an eye on the prices of all three. If they drop too low during the week, I would probably invest it in again and then just hold on to them until the weekend. List them for slightly higher price, make nice stacks, 10s, 100s, and 250s are what I do, and make some nice gold just flipping the jelly. So other noteworthy flips on this page include the 2 Highborn Compendium of Swirling Tides. If we open up TSM and take a look at my ledger, you can see I bought 2 of those 21 hours ago, 1k each. Given the herb prices on this realm, both of these seemed really low, so I decided to buy those out, relist them for around 3k, and managed to make a nice 1.8k profit for a few mouse clicks. I'm really happy about that. And then there is a terrific tankard Otera that I managed to sell for 2.9k. We can take a look at how much we paid for those. So I bought 3, looks like 2 of them 20 days ago and 1 of them 10 days ago, between 445 gold and 636. So we made a nice like 2.3k profit on that. And then lastly, the Reigns of the Tame Bloodfeaster. Sold one for 21.3k after the auction house cut. If we take a look at the auction house,
needs to be at least 2 centuries old.
I think these 2 guys are multi-boxing and farming quite a bit of those, so I usually just like wait for them to undercut each other into the ground. And I think I managed to buy 4 of them at around 15k, so we made a nice like 6.3k profit on that one. And I think I have 1 left.
Have anything ancient to trade? Needs to be at least 2 centuries.
Yeah, and I managed to sell 2 of them at 19k. So, like a 4k profit there. The sell prices include the auction house cut, so they were listed for 20k, and then I got 19k after the 5% auction house cut. So, quite happy about these 2 guys that are farming. They do usually undercut each other pretty hard. And as I said, they were down to around 15k. Yeah, which is the lowest I've seen on any of the NA realms that I flip on, so thank you, Carissa and Agua Caton. Hopefully I'm saying your names right. Hopefully you guys undercut each other again this week, and I can make some gold off you guys. It's Thursday, a little bit after midnight. Wanted to quickly record another update before I looted my mailbox. You guys can see I'm back down to 509k, but I have been making a lot of investments. You guys can see I did buy a bunch of deep sea satin. Around 1 gold, 40 silver for each one. So a stack of 200 for 281 gold, which I thought was a really good price. So I stocked up on quite a bit. You can see in the bank I have 4.8k, and then in the auction house, I did list 5 stacks, so 1,000 there, and then the 2,600 that I purchased off the auction house. Still haven't looted these, so in total we have 8.4k, which should last us quite a bit. And then I did also purchase a bunch of the Tidespray linen. I think it was back down to a little under 1 gold and 50 silver. So you guys can see I did mail off 28.8k to one of my ults. And then I have 6.5k on this tune, giving us around 35k total. And that should last us a while as well. A lot of shuffling with those. I did manage to sell the last Reigns of the Tame Bloodfeaster for 28.4k. Remember that I bought a bunch at 15, so came pretty close to doubling our gold on that one. And then the rest of the sales are enchants, getting around a little bit under 1k all the way up to 1.4k each. And I do have rank 3 of all those enchants, so it's quite profitable. Just shuffling the tailoring materials and turning those into gloom dust, umber shards, and veiled crystals, and then making these enchants. Did also have a BOE flip. I did buy these City Crusher Sabatons for around 4.5k, and managed to sell them for 7.6, so made a quick 3k profit on that. Yep, and then the rest are just enchant sales as well. Been doing pretty well the last couple of days. Been off and on this tune, so just relisting when I can. But yeah, you guys can see I sold a ton of enchants. 73.4k mailbox. It's Friday evening, a little bit before 10 p.m. Tonight I have a 62.3k mailbox, which is going to put us back over 580k liquid. Did make quite a few investments yesterday as well as today. Did see 3 more of the Tame Bloodfeaster mounts listed at 15k. So I bought out those 3, and I relisted them at around 20k. and managed to sell 2 already at 19k after the auction house cut. Really nice 4k profit. Less than probably like 12 hours, because I did buy them last night and I relisted them before I went to bed. Did also see 2 more listed at 13k, which is insanely low. Hopefully we can flip these over the weekend, ideally for 19k, which would give us 6k profit per mount, or pretty close to 50% return on investment, which is pretty awesome for quick flips like this. Otherwise, I'm still focusing on selling enchants. I did sell quite a few. And then I did also sell a couple 370 pieces. Satin boots for 2.8k. And then 2 bracers for around 1k each. I am crafting the bracers, the 370 ones, to get the Veil crystals, which I turn into my enchants, so I do keep some stock up on the auction house, since it's much better to sell these for 1k rather than disenchanting them. Yeah, pretty happy about my sales and my pickups. Did invest in a couple of transmog pieces, super cheap, all 3 pieces for under 100 gold. And then I did pick up some of the BFA BOEs, 350 for 100 gold, and another 365, same piece for 100 gold as well. If I'm not able to flip these, remember that you can disenchant them and turn them into Veil crystals. Saturday night, a little bit after midnight. Today we're starting with 563k liquid, and we have around 82k in the mailbox from our sales. Was gone most of the day, so these were auctions that were listed before I went to sleep last night, as well as before leaving this morning. Sold 2 of the Tame Bloodfeaster mounts. I did pick up 2 of those at 13k yesterday, and then a couple more at 15k a few days ago. So making like a nice 4 to 6k profit on those. And I do still have one left up on the auction house for around 20k right now. Selling a bunch of enchants as well. I'm doing really well, just shuffling the cloth and making enchants with the enchanting materials that I get. Sold 2 pets. I believe both of these come from Nazjatar. And I do kill rares and run some quests out there on occasion, so anything that drops for me on this tune, I just create and throw up in the auction house. Got a 5.7k for Stormwrath, and 8.1k for Coral Lashling. Did make a few more investments tonight. I think I got pretty lucky with this recipe. Technique, Glyph of Lavish Servings. You can see it has a region market value average of 18.1k. Managed to only pay 28 gold for mine. I do have that Demon Hunter that I leveled up to 110. So I'm probably gonna send this off to her, craft a few of these glyphs, and throw them up on the auction house. Other investments, Pattern Bracers of Havoc, just a tailoring recipe. Region market value average of around 44k, and I got 2 of those for 1k each. Pattern Barbaric Belt, region market value average of around 60k. Got 1 of those for 5k. And then 1 transmog item, the Spirit Speaking Belt, 30k, region market value average, and I paid 875. Pretty decent sale rate, 0.02. So hopefully we can flip that for a quick 30k profit. So yeah, pretty happy about my sales. 82k in the mailbox is going to put us at a little bit over 640 liquid, so getting close to being 2/3 of the way to our goal. In this episode, we've been able to grow from 553k to 645 by shuffling for enchants, as well as making some quick and profitable flips. I will be working on leveling my Demon Hunter and my Death Knight this coming week, as well as working on the professions, so that we can start to make even more gold with the alts. Thank you so much for watching episode 10, and as always, a huge shout out to my November supporters on Patreon. Thank you Lionel, Notice2k, Nadim aka Stormy, Selitz, Marco, Martin, and our newest supporter, Rajesh. Hope you guys all have a great week, and I will see you all in episode 11. Late.